All My Fantasy Children Explained, Part 2, The World of Fantasy. Fantasy is the name of the world we're creating, and we find out more about this world, topography, magic, how things work, by building the stories of the people who live in it. That, at its core, is the show. But anyway, let's get into some lore. First, in the universe of All My Fantasy Children, there are two planes of existence, the cosmic plane and the material plane. The story of how fantasy was created begins in the cosmic plane. Within the cosmic plane, two celestial beings made completely of energy battle for control. The cosmic sisters, Ether and Astra. Astra is a being of order energy, and Ether is a being of chaos energy. The reason the two cosmic sisters are constantly battling one another is the door. Whichever one of these sisters bests the other and reaches the door, they are allowed to cross over to the material plane and inhabit it with their energy. That's a fancy way of saying all beings and objects within that realm will be made up of you, an eternal battle fueled by ego. Ether, the sister of chaos, bests Astra, the sister of order, and enters the door to the material plane. Upon crossing over, she is split into 5 separate beings: red, blue, magenta, yellow, and cyan. The 5 are born. Benevolent beings of chaos energy that begin creating worlds within the material plane. The 5 create millions of worlds with millions of types of different life on each of them. But one factor always remains the same. The 5 agree that they would watch over each planet, providing safety and the needs of every being on every world. The 5 were true collaborators. Every detail of every world was only finalized when they each reached a unanimous decision. But after millions of worlds, they began to wonder, but what if each of us crafted individual details of one world and we brought them together? This decision led to the creation of the wonderful world that we know as fantasy. Each of the 5 would craft one fantasy culture and one region of the world. And to those cultures, they would gift one item of massive, tremendous power that we refer to as the 5 relics. Now that's for another video, don't sweat that right now. Red created dragons, blue the beast folk, yellow the dwarves, cyan the elves, and magenta the halflings. Now that's all great and grand, but whatever happened to Astra, the other sister that got her butt whooped? Well, she's still over there in the cosmic plane, and let me tell you, she is not happy. Astra will not accept defeat and continues to bang and bang on the door to the material plane. With every cosmic strike, Astra's order energy seeps in through the keyhole to the material plane and takes form. That order energy, that force that opposes every molecule within the material plane right now, becomes what we know as a demon. Yes, there are many monsters and villains in the world of fantasy, but none hold a candle in terms of danger and power to demons. Demons wreak havoc all over the world of fantasy, and even though they aren't aware, they are the very embodiment of the cosmic battle that spawned them. And heck, even the heroes of fantasy who oppose them are just enacting an ancient battle of 2 cosmic sisters. But finally, back to the 5. The 5 know that it's not enough to just create this world and fill it with life, no. To truly give the beings of the planet the reins to their own destiny, they have to step back. They would not watch the planet from afar and provide the every need of the beings who inhabit it, no. The 5 would become a part of this planet and weave themselves and their essence into everyone and everything that will ever come to be. The 5 cast away their forms and became the lifeblood of the planet, the magical engines of the planet that sleep deep below the ground. They would become the source of all life and magic on this planet, what is known as the ley lines. The ley lines become the magical conduit for fantasy, fueling all things, creating a world that is full of infinite possibilities, full of chaos, the kind we mentioned before. And so the 5 continue their role as provider, but a part of their children's lives, a part of all my... I'm kidding, that's not why we named the show that. Now, I said earlier that the five created 5 unique regions, which we will get into next episode. But quickly, red crafted the great region of Dragon, blue, the land of Iron Hill, magenta, the magnificent Purethra Guild, yellow, the mountainous region of Geode, and cyan, the archipelago of Moon Crescent. Next time, we'll break down each city and the types of people who live there. But for now, until next time, this has been All My Fantasy Children Explained.